Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to today's lesson. And I want us to continue from where we stopped yesterday. We're still handling the big topic, money. We have already looked at the interest, the simple interest, and today I want us to continue from the compound interest. Simple interest yesterday was so clear. It was simple as the word itself suggests, where we were just working out the money directly to be earned. And we said simple interest is equal to the principal, the money borrowed, or lent, times the rate, which is percentage, times time, which should always be years. So I'll give an example. Let's say if the principal is somebody borrows 5,000 shillings, and is being charged 5 shillings in every 100 and stays with the money for 5 years, how much will be the interest on that particular year? You'll simply say yesterday's for interest, the 2 zeros will be the 2 zeros. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125 0. So the interest was 1,250. But the total amount he's going to pay back will be the money he borrowed, the 5,000, plus the interest earned 1,250. So the total amount will be that 1, 0, 5, 2, and 6. So 6,250. This is the simple interest. This is the simple interest. But when it comes to compound interest, we always use the amount as the new principal every year. That means the years will remain one throughout, apart from when it is less than a year. Let's take a simple example here. Let's take an example where somebody who has 5,000 shillings again, and the rate at which they are charging you interest is 5% per year. That is per annum. And he stays with that money for a period of 2 years. Look at the steps I'm going to use to calculate the compound interest. Let me use this particular section of the whiteboard, and then we shall use that part also for simple interest to compare the two. So here, year 1, because we say it's calculated every year, year 1, this particular person, we shall say interest for year 1 will be the principal of 5,000 times the rate of 5%. And you pay attention. First year, compound interest, not simple interest. It is compound interest. Yesterday it was simple interest. So let's see what will happen here. So at the end of the first year, the interest earned will be 50 times 5, 250 shillings. Interest earned. When we start year 2, because the money stayed there for 2 years, when we start year 2, we create a new principal, which is the 5,000 plus the interest than 50. So we have a new principal, which will be 5,250 shillings. This for year 2 now. And the interest will be this particular principal times the same rate times 1, that's year 2 now. So that this 1 0 goes with that one. And then we can say 5 times 5 is 25, carry 2, 10 is 12, carry 1, 25 is 26, divide by 10. So interest for year 2 will be 262 shillings and 50 cents. This was interest for year 1, which is lower than interest for year 2 because year 1 principal was only 5,000, but year 2 principal is 5,250, which we got by adding the original principal plus the interest earned in that year 1. So when we are looking for the total interest earned in the 2 years, it will be 250 for year 1 and then 262 shillings and 50 cents for year 2. So the total interest will be 512 shillings and 50 cents. So if he has to pay back the money after 2 years, he'll pay a total of this particular 5,000 plus the interest of 512 shillings and 50 cents to give us 5,512 shillings and 50 cents. Compound interest is calculated in that way. I'll take it again, slowly but very carefully. But year 1, this money was borrowed, 5,000 was borrowed at the rate of 5% per annum for a time period of 2 years. So we are supposed to calculate the interest for year 1 alone, which will be 5,000 times 5 times that first year. We land on 250 shillings as the interest earned in year 1. When it comes to year 2, the principal changes. The first 5,000 plus the interest earned become 5,250 times the rate, the standard rate of 5%, we get the 262 shillings and 50 cents. So total interest earned in the 2 years, 250 for year 1, 262 shillings and 50 cents for year 2. Total interest of 512 shillings and 50 cents. But the total amount you'll pay back will be the original 5,000 plus the total interest to give us 5,512 shillings and 50 cents. But if it were yesterday, we'll have gone straight away and said principal of 5,000. We'll have gone straight away and said principal is 5,000, and the rate is still 5%, and the time rate is 2 years. Then we'll have gone for interest, simple interest here, the principal of 5,000 times the rate of 5% times a time of 2 years to give us the interest straight away in 2 years to be that one is 10 times 50 to give us 500 shillings. So you can see that interest in 2 years, simple interest 500, but compound interest is 512 shillings and 50 cents. So in this particular case of yesterday, total amount payable will be the 5,500, but in compound interest, we are paying 5,512 shillings and 50 cents. Please mark the difference. This is compound interest and this is simple interest here, Jana. Internalize that. Let's go in, understand what it is, and observe what you've been doing. So more practice on compound interest. Let's look at the case studies that we have before we pick up the KCP room and see what it has for us. Here we have Atieno invested. Atieno invested 15,000 in a bank which paid compound interest at the rate of compound interest at a rate of 10% per annum. 10% per annum. Kumbuka jana nilikukula na per month. This is per annum. How much money did she have in the bank after a time of 2 years? After a time of 2 years. How much was in the bank, total amount? Total amount after 2 years. I'm giving you time to try. Then we work it out together.
Sure.
Yes.
18,150.
18,000. 18,000?
150.
That's what she says. And you? Her opinion from home, her home, and you? And yours?
Sure.
Yes? Mike?
I also say 18,150.
Those are two different opinions. These are two similar opinions. What of yours? Unajua ni candidate kivyako. Talk.
Surely, and I also say 18,150.
Thank you. Let's see if we are all on the same wavelength. Wacha tusafiri pamoja tuone. Haya, year one. Compound interest. Compound interest. It is compound interest and not simple interest for the first year. Principal of 15,000. Observe if you follow the right foot. Hata kama umenyamaza. So interest 10%. So we are looking for the amount that was earned the first year. Interest was 1,500. That's the first year. Year two, we add the 1,500 to the 15,000. That is the first 15,000. We are now adding the 1,500 to get the new principal of 16,500. So we say 16,500 times the 10%. So that now the interest for year two is 1,650. So if we get the total interest in the 2 years of 0, 5, 11, and 2, that is 0, 5, 11, carry 1, 2 is 3. So that's the total interest. That's the total interest earned. So the amount is going to have in the bank, the total amount in the bank will be the 50,000 plus the total interest of 3,150. Your colleagues this year, they are saying correctly 0, 5, 1, 8, and 1. That's right. Thank you. That's good. That's just being perfect. That's being perfect. Let's look at another one now. We can now jump and have an eye in the case of Kidogo. Let's look at something in the case of Kidogo before we run short of time. Here, I'm in case 15. Nimesafiri mpaka 2015. Under the same topic, the question was number 48. It was question 48. Let's listen to the story they had. Ngoko deposited 120,000. Mount deposited 120,000. In a bank that gave compound interest rate of 6%. Compound interest rate is 6%. Kwa kila shilingi 100 unalipa 6. 6% per annum. Yes, be very careful with that. Per annum or per year. And then, what was the amount in the bank after? They want again the total amount in the bank after a time of 2 years. Peleka? Don't allow the same people to give us the answer. You are part of this. Your parents have paid bundles just like theirs. Si hata wewe uchangamke bana.
Sure.
Yes.
134,832.
That's very true. I agree with you. That's the right speed for a serious candidate. So let's work out and see. Amefikaje huko haraka hivyo year 1. Principal of 120,000. The rate is 6%. So she canceled that and said 12 times 6, 7200. So 7,200. And then for year 2, she added the original of 120,000 plus 7,200 interest earned in year 1. She landed on 127,200 and applied the same 6%. So that goes 6, goes 12. The speed has to be on your fingertips. People 42 is 43. I'm carrying 4. 12 plus the 4 is 16. I'm carrying 1. 6 is 7. So 7,632. Total interest in the 2 years. That was 2, that was 3, that was 8, and that was 14. 14,832. But total amount they wanted, the total amount, the 2 years, she added the 120,000. 120,000, the original amount, 2, 3, 8, 4, 3, 1, 134,832. That was A, because the answer was A. Walk with us, walk with us. Tusifuate nyuma. Usije ukalalamika, oh, nini, we are in the race together. Good. Let's take another one of 2018. 2018. Under the same topic, this is where they have to bring every year a question on this 2018. I'm looking at question number 15. They brought question 15. Year 2018, a businessman saved 900,000. Saved 900,000 in a fixed deposit account which earned compound interest at the rate of 15%. Compound interest rate is just 15%. 15%. How much money did he have in the bank at the end of 2 years? Time of 2 years. Time over 2 years. Again, they're looking for the total amount in that particular bank account.
Sure.
Yes.
1
No.
million one. Yes.
Sema.
1,190,750.
Angalia hapo kitu kidogo, kuna addition yako imekutupa hicho
Yeah.
kidogo.
Sure.
Look at it.
1,195,250.
Aha, no. Angalia vizuri. Look at it well. Leona.
1,180,250.
Yes, I agree with you, Leona. So year one, let's see what it was year one. Principal of 900,000. The rate is 15%. The first year. So you say these two will go with those two. And then you just say 15 times 9. 15 times 9. That is what? 45 carry 4, 9 plus the 4, 13, 3 zeros. So his 900,000 and him 135,000. Then come, that was the first year. Come to year two, wakamwongezea the 900,000 plus the interest earned 135,000. The new principal for year two was 1,035,000. 1,035,000. So you said 1,1,035,000. Same rate of 15%. Same rate of 15%. So you cancel these two and with those two. So you say 10,350 times the 15, looking for the interest of the year two alone, 0, 25, 15 is 17 and 5. And then 0, 5, 3, 0, 1. Interest for year two alone, the 12, 4 is 5, 5, 1. So you earned an interest of 155,150. This is the interest for year 2. Total interest, ukasema interest for year 1, 135,000 plus interest for year 2, 155,250. So the total interest in the 2 years, 0, 5, 2, 10, 8, 9, 2, 290,250. So when they ask for the total amount in the bank, ukasema the total amount will be the 900,000 that was the original money plus the interest earned in the 2 years, 290,000, 290,000, 290,250. When you added, you must have landed on 0, 5, 2, 0, 9, and 11. That's why one of you is saying 1,190,250 to pick on alternative C. I'm hoping we are speaking English, which you understand. I'm just hoping. You know, sometimes you can hope against hope. Kama unakwama sema. Any doubts somewhere? So we have differentiated the two, the simple interest and the compound interest. You can see yesterday it was direct, principal times rate times time to give us the simple interest. Today we are accumulating. We are adding the interest. At the end of 3 years, we are adding until we finish the number of years. Let's take another one. 4, 5, 6 examples better than 1 or 2. So, twende nayo hapa. Let's look at it together here. Listen to this story. Muli borrowed 45,000. So money borrowed was 45,000. That's what he borrowed. From a bank to start a business, the bank charged simple interest of 15% per annum. Simple interest of 15% per annum. If you repaid all the money borrowed plus interest after a time of fees, pay back all the money after 3 years. How much did he pay? What is the total amount? How much did he pay? So give us the total amount. Dasa?
65,250.
Let's see what she's saying because of time. So she's saying it is. So principal 45, the money borrowed, times the rate 15% per annum. Simple interest just 3 years. So akagonga hizo mbili straight away. 15 times 15 is 45 times this 45. I'll add a 0 at the end, 25 carrying 2, 22. That is 20 carrying 2, and 16 is 18. Addition, 5, 2, 10, and 2, a 0. So interest on, that would be what? 25, 22. 2016 is 18. 10, 3, 0, so 20,250 interest on. So the total amount they wanted, I'll add the original amount borrowed of 45,000. So 45,000. This was simple interest 0, 5, 2, 5, and 6. So that's what she's saying, 65,250. The underlined word was simple interest. Simple interest. I want us to look at 2010. 2010, before the Zoom people disconnect us. 2010, the story was, question number 29, Irimu deposited 10,000. 10,000 in a financial contract. Simple interest rate was up to 5% per annum. Irimu 10,000, simple interest rate 5% per annum. On the other side, we have a different trade on Ndege. Ndege deposited 10,000. Ndege deposited 10,000. That's the money she deposited in a bank that offers compound interest rate of rate again of 5% per annum. This is KCP 2010. 2010. I'm looking at question number 29. I'm looking at question number 29 under this topic. How much more interest had Ndege's money than Irimu's? More. The difference. Somebody? Tiffany?
25 shillings.
25 shillings. She says that. What of you? Where were they? All right, because of time, let's see. So let's work out the Irimu's. So she said principal of 10,000 times the rate of 5%. Duration time, 2 years. Time of, did I say 2 years? Did I say 2 years? Yeah?
Yes.
So let's see. So this one straight away. 10,000 more. Interest earned. Total amount in the bank for this for Irimu, 10 plus 1,000. So we are at 11,000. Let's look at Ndege. Yake is accumulated every year. Year 1, 10,000. Rent 5%. Amekula interest 500. Year 2, 10,500. The new principal. Rent 5%. I'm multiplying by 5. That's 25. And 25 plus 5. 525 shillings. Total interest 1,025. 1,025. 1,025. Now we are looking at only 1,000. So the total for this fellow is 11,025 with 11 peke. So she's right. The difference of 25 shillings. 25 shillings. So compound interest earns more interest than simple interest. So even if the rate is a fraction or a mixed number, it's one and the same thing. Njia ya kufanya hiyo kazi ni hiyo hiyo. So today, that's what we will have for you today. Thank you for being attentive. And this 1 minute remaining, I want you to ask questions if you have any. Maybe you've come across a topic that has given you a problem. Ilete tukusaidie. I always say ask before you are asked.
Excuse me, Chair.
Mhm.
What's the difference? What is quotient, dividend, and divisor when it comes to dividing?
There is a lot of noise behind you. I can't get your question.
What is the difference between quotient, dividend, and divisor when it comes to dividing?
It's a bad background noise. And kelele iko nyuma. Close the door behind you and then you talk. Time inaisha, ma'am. Ask now.
The quotient, the difference between quotient, dividend, and divisor when it comes to dividing.
Quotient. Okay, time inaisha. So angalia hapa. Angalia hapa. Let's say 9 divided by 4. 9 divided by 4. 4 goes into 9. The quotient is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. The remainder is 1. So 2 is the quotient and 1 is the remainder. Divide, divide, divide.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Cha.